All right, everybody, we are back with another video, and let me tell you, this one is a long time coming. I've been waiting for this particular package for the better part of 6 months, I would say. I submitted a PSA request for 15 cards back at the beginning of April of 2019, if you can believe it. So I know PSA's had their issues with time, turnaround, and whatnot, but I think it was an issue beyond even PSA and possibly, well, more than possibly, the submission group that I was working through. So, but anyway, without further ado, I am very looking forward to getting into this box because it's been a long time. Got a lot of vintage stuff in here. There's a few 56s, I think maybe 155, a bunch of 72s, a couple 67s, 152 tops, and then the most current stuff we've got in here is a 1982 Fleer Ripken and a 1983 Tony Gwynn. The only thing I know about how these things came out was the person informed me that a couple of them, hopefully it's two and not more than that, were unable to achieve an encapsulation, which means PSA didn't deem them worthy to grade. There's several reasons that that could happen. I'm hoping that it's not. They think there's something as far as cards being tampered with or something. I don't know. So I'm going to find that out here soon. But I just want to kind of dig into these because I've been waiting for these for a long time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop into this box and see what we get here. I'm just hoping that I can get some decent grades on some of these 50s. Now, what I did, or how I came upon these cards, I believe all of them, pretty sure all of them, were part of an online auction that I participated in out of Kansas, I believe. And I just received those back in March of last year. Went ahead and got what I thought were some of the more valuable options graded, and this is going to be our result. So I'm going to try to do this in a reveal fashion, so I don't know exactly how they packed them in here. So let's just take a look. I'm hoping that they're not just right there for me. Now they are kind of really right there for me to see, so I was really trying to get this to where I could flip them over on their backs, but the person kind of put them in here, front and back. So I'm going to try to hide, if I can, the fronts on some of these and kind of get them go to the back, because I'm really curious to see how these turned out. It wasn't the best packing job, but I'm just happy I got my card. So those are all backs. Those are all backs. Cool. So I'm going to put these right here, and I'm going to see if I can not look at any of the oh, wait. Some of them here are the ones that are apparently not able to be encapsulated, so we'll see about that in a second. But I'm going to flip these over and flip that one. That's not on the right side. This one here. This one here. Some of these are flipped the wrong opposite way. These are tough to keep on the same side without... Okay. Sorry, you probably have seen it already, some of them, but I can't really see what's on the screen. I'm just kind of reaching in here. So these are all turned on their backs too. There's my Ripken on the very back. We could start off with that one maybe. And we've got the two that were unable, or several. Oh, and we got more over here on this side. So sorry, I'm trying to do this with a new camera setup, and I don't want to knock this camera down, so I'm trying to be careful with it. And we got two more there. So let's go ahead and make sure that we got everything out. Should be an empty box, and it is. All right, so there we go. Box is gone. And I guess maybe the best way to do would start off with find out what these deals are with the the ones that were unable to be graded. I'm really curious about that. So let's take a look and find out what those are first. And then we'll get into these these particular cards and see how we do. First one that was unable to be graded, this was a Ted Williams 1972 miscut. Oh, that's what it is. That's really interesting. And then this is another one miscut. So I don't... All right, so it's miscut, meaning I guess I probably didn't ask for a qualifier on here. That doesn't really look... Here we go. Doesn't look miscut. I'm guessing miscut because it's not the right size. I don't know. If any of you guys have any answers on that one, just let me know. I'd be really curious to know what that's all about. But, I mean, Ted Williams manager card, like, that's not the end of the world to me. I think if I was going to look at my list of ones that I didn't want, I did want to get a grade on. Now, this one I did want to get a grade on, and it says miscut on this one as well. And this was my Hank Aaron 72. That kind of stinks. But I got to figure out what that means by what they're saying miscut. Why is this not focusing? Please focus, focus, focus. Let's do it. For some reason, they're saying this is a miscut. Usually, when I see miscut, it's like literally cut on the actual color or cutting a name off of the bottom. It's really odd. And I'm going to compare these to the video I had when I opened all these in the first place from the auction that I participated in and see. First of all, I want to make sure they're the same card, and then we'll just kind of figure out from there. But anyway, let's go ahead and start working on the ones that were graded and see where our luck came with those. So the first one, I cannot see who it is. All I see is that it's a 72 card because it talks about the 71 World Series on the back of this card. So it is something from 72. Unfortunately, I can't tell you who, but let's flip it over and find out what the grade is. A Willie Mays in action, PSA 4. So I think I turned these in hoping I could get at least 4s on these things. I don't know what that goes for in a 4. I was hoping I could get a little bit better than that, but it is a Willie Mays, so we'll kind of take it for what it is. And I apologize for this focus just really being so bad right now. But that is card number 1. Boy, I see what the problem is on this one already. It's really bad. It's, if you can see here on the, kind of turn it this way a little bit. If you look at the bottom here, it is a crease in the bottom corner. It's tough to see with this setup. And I'll tell you what, I don't remember there being a crease in that card at all. Very, very odd and strange. Well, to put it lightly. So we'll take a look at that one. I'll figure out what the deal is with that, but I don't really remember that being... if I'm submitting something like that to PSA, I'm pretty sure I'm going to not miss a big giant crease in the bottom right corner of a card. I mean, call me crazy, but I think most people that are submitting cards that are... I mean, yeah, you're going to get it on maybe 50s and 60s, but a 72... knowing what a crease can do to a card, I don't know if I would have submitted that, but either way, we're good. This one here is I believe this is going to be a 1956 James Delsing, and that one came back as a 6. So those are always good to get 6s on these. And what's really, I mean, oh man, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but if you look when it shines here, right down his nose, his forehead, down to the middle of his nose. See that shine there? That is a scratch on the case, the encapsulated case. I just can't believe that. I mean, this is supposedly brand new and done, and I got a pretty severe scratch on the... Oh well, what do you do? So that's absolutely unbelievable. But let's move on. Next one is looking like it's the Cal Ripken Jr. 1982 Fleer. And that one came out as a 7. So you always try to get, I don't know, you try to get a little bit better than a 7 on that card. I was hoping maybe an 8 at least. But that come in as a 7. So all in all, not faring too great here. The 56, I do like the Delsing. I do not like the gigantic scratch down the front of the casing, but I don't know if that's a packing issue or because that is just horrendous. It's really tough to see in this light, but I'll tell you what. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can get it to shine on it. It's kind of hard to tell. There it is, a good spot, good way to look at it. Right down the middle of his face, over his left side, his nostril there, just big scratch going down that. There's a good view of the scratch, and there's a big scratch right next to him. So essentially, I can't really sell that thing until I send it back to PSA to re-encapsulate, which really makes me happy after waiting 9 months for this order. So, all right, so next one is a Joseph Cunningham, which also has a giant couple of scratches on the back. I don't know. This is unbelievable. This is a packing issue or something. I can't figure this out. Oh God. All right, so anyway, this I believe is also going to be a 1956 with scratches on the outside of the encapsulation as well. And that one, I'm sorry, it's a 55, came in as a good. So not necessary. This is not even the card. This isn't my card. I can tell you right now, this isn't my card. This casing is probably 5 years old at least, and it's scratched. I mean, I'll tell you what. This thing's been used for a while. This is not my card, and this was just thrown in there because I don't know. This is going back to the group that I used or something, because this is not cool. If you look at the top here, let me see. Really tough with the way the light's working here, but I'm trying to get a good angle on this. I'm sorry to do this to you guys, but right here across the top, right here, that is so worn. It's been in somebody's collection or something for a good number of years without any graded card sleeve on it or anything. It's just been slapped up against other casings for a good number of years because it's very dull and it looks like it's been in that case forever. And that's not cool. So we got 2 nice scratches already on them. Not liking this at all. I'm going to 100% go back to my videos that I posted with these cards and just make sure, first of all, that they are the same cards. I'm really do not think this one at all is the same card, but we'll find out. I have the ability to do that because everything I have is on video, so we'll see about that. And then go from there. But the next one is Whitey Ford. This is going to be a what is that one going to be? 1967, I believe. So we have a 67 Whitey Ford, which gets a excellent 5. So there's probably our best card so far. And that one actually looks like it is clean. There's really not much of an issue there. So that one looks like it was done recently. And I'm going to love checking the dates on when these things were encapsulated. And if they come out like they were done years ago, I'm going to laugh because I'll know for sure they're not my card. But anyway, that's kind of cool. So that's actually our best one so far. And the grade on that's not bad. I would love, obviously, to get higher numbers too, but we'll see. The next one is Joe Torre. This is a 1967 card. And that one came in as a 5 as well. So our 2 5s came out. I'm sorry, our 2 1967s so far came out as a 5. Excellent. I'll take that. And this one is okay as well. There's not any scratches on the slab either on that one, so at least not that I see. So that one's good. Let's go on down the line. Next one we've got is Tony Gwynn, 1983 rookie card, gets a 8. Yeah, hoping for a little bit better than that. Always good to get a 9 or so on this, but, you know, it is his rookie, and I don't know what 8s are going for, but it's better than getting a 7, I'll tell you that much. And this one has a scratch down the left side as well. So, as you can see, if you look right to the right of my thumb, see that scratch? It runs up the slab. Hard to see because of the glare, but it runs up the slab to right about, no, keeps going all the way up here, and then there's another little scratch that takes over up here. So got a nice scratch along the left side, so that one's probably going to go back as well. So not only did it only get an 8, it got a nice scratch on it. So as you can tell, I'm extremely thrilled with this grading group, and I'm definitely not using them again. So we've got another one here, which is let me take a peek. This is a 56, Dara Stone. And that one comes in at a excellent 6. So that one is actually best grade we've gotten so far, that from the 50s cards. This one is fairly good on the casing. Just a smudgy thing above the bill of the hat. I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. I really don't, because I don't even know if it's sellable. It's probably able to be sold, but it's just shoddy, a shoddy group. Because, I mean, if I get cards back and I'm running a group, and first of all, they're going to be kept in a little bit better shape to begin with, then I'm going to put them in graded card sleeves. I mean, that's just no-brainer, actually. Apparently not to this group. All right, so the next one is a Walt Droppo. This is a 1952. So I'm hoping for a good grade on this. It just looked really clean when I submitted it, and this one's got scratches all over it as well. And we'll flip that over, and we got a 5, but we've got an MK. So somewhere in here there is a mark. Where's the mark? Not seeing it. 5's a great grade for a 52, but the problem is it was, I don't know, somewhere in here there's a mark. But once again, if you look at the bottom of this one, right there, if you see the gleam, where not the real bright light, but right where it's above the PP and tops on the bottom of the card, just 4 or 5 huge, like, scratch, heavy kind of, it's not thin scratches, really thick scratches across the bottom of that one. That's always lovely. In the front, it's got some scratches there. It's just funny because in any submission I've ever made, I don't even think I've talked about scratches. You can go back to old videos that I've done with submissions, and I really don't think I did, but who knows. It's just, this one looks like it might even be a little old too. I don't know if I've just been given older cards that somebody just matched up my numbers and took the good ones. Who knows? I have no idea at this point. This one here is this is Red Scheindest. I always get his name mixed up. He's a Hall of Famer though. This is Scheindest, I think. This is a 1956, I think. So let's see here. Boom. That one is good. So we got a 6 on that. And that's the one I was hoping would have come out good from looking at these cards when I sent them in. I was like, this was the best looking card. You can go back to the video from back in last probably last February on this YouTube channel and see what I thought about this particular card. But of course, we got scratches on this one as well. So you can see one right above my thumb here. Pretty good size one. It's just carelessness, honestly. I mean, I think if they are all my cards, they are extremely careless in how they took care of them after they got graded. And there's no other way to explain it. I mean, when you get a new card graded, I mean, it shouldn't be scratched up like that. I mean, every once in a while, maybe a scratch, but every one of these is coming back pretty scratched. All right, so this is a 1972 Hank Aaron. I think it might have been just like the one here that did not get the grade because of the miscut. So let's see if we did any better as far as grades are concerned on this one. And we got I'll take the OC. It's an 8 OC, so that's not terrible for Hank Aaron. An OC kind of brings your card down, though, to about a 6 probably without an off-center. But it is what it is, so there you go with that. And I apologize. I'm so flustered over some of these cards. I'm not even putting them up close to the camera so you guys can see it. But that one there, and it's still not going to zoom in for me. There it is. So that's not a bad one. I'll take it. I don't like the OC qualifier, but you get what you get. This next one is a 1972 Bob Gibson, and that one comes out to be a 7. Okay, now that's not bad, especially to get a 7 of him in a 1972. The case is not bad. I don't see really any major. I don't even think that's. No, I think we're okay on this one. Just it's got a little bit of a dimple on the top there, but for whatever reason on the label from PSA. But if that's the worst on this card, I'll take it. Zoom in. Let's do it. There we go. So we got Gibson in a 7. So, and then finally, the last card I think is another one of these. Let me tell you. This is so this was the same. It's interesting. We got the Willie Mays, says a miscut, and then we have a Willie Mays and a Hank Aaron miscut. But then they actually got, I guess one of these is maybe it's a different Willie Mays. So here we go. I think it's another 1972. And this one comes up with a 5. So that's not terrible. Oh, my God. That's not good, though. Look at this. This is the worst one yet. So we've got a card that is absolutely just demolished. I mean, look at this thing. You can't see it with this light. That's unfortunate that you can't see it. Because I'm not going crazy. I'm just trying to tell you guys what I'm dealing with here, since I'm going to have to figure out how to get this all fixed. But let's see here. I'm going to try real quick to get this to zoom in first of all. There we go. And then show you. There's number 1. That's really easy to see. I mean, that scratch is easy to see without any light being put on it. The one next to right there above my finger. That's a huge scratch on the case. We've got another big scratch. I mean, see this right here? There we go. This is a scratch all the way across, all the way up by his face, up to the right-hand side. We got another scratch going this direction. You can see it. All the way from the bottom left, bottom right, all the way up to the left. There's 2 or 3 of those. And it's like somebody's taking them and going, scratching them across the ground or something. I have no idea. I mean, when you wait 9 months for cards to come in, and I know that's 9 months since I submitted it, so I'll be fair. Let's just say I was waiting 6 months because maybe I gave a 3-month turnaround like I was hoping it would be, or I thought it would be at the time. You would think that when you get those cards, the casings aren't going to be completely demolished like that one and scratched up to who knows what on all the other ones or most of the other ones. I can handle grades. I mean, grades are grades. I mean, you're going to get on these vintage cards, you'll get 4, 5, 6s. You'll get OCs. You'll get MCs. You'll get all kinds of stuff. I don't have any problem with that at all, because that's just PSA's deal. But I can tell you right now, PSA did not scratch these up like this. There's no way. So this is clearly done in the shipping process, or who knows where they were sitting for a bunch of months. Who knows? But that's really what you get, I guess, sometimes when you jump into these groups. I guess in the on the other side of the coin, people told me with this particular group, you're lucky that you got them back. So I guess that's probably a bonus anyway. But there you have it. If you guys liked, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will be seeing you soon. I'm looking to submit some out. I think I'm going to get myself my own PSA membership, or try to find some group that's actually got a decent reputation, and work with them. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be looking forward to getting some more out there to you soon. Take care.